All right, everybody, welcome in another Schmolke Investment Team LSU football practice report Monday morning. No cameras allowed today, but we were able to attend a good portion of the practice. A lot of live work, got a lot of notes and tidbits to share on the day today, and of course, Mike Scarborough here with Buddy Songy. And what'd you see, Bud?
Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, a safe weekend. Here we are out at the Ponderosa as we turn towards another season in Tiger Town. We know we had almost 10,000 views on Blake Baker, almost 5,000 on our practice reports. You can tell, Mike, it is heating up. And I got some positive tidbits for you. I'm positive about one thing. It's hot. Again, I've sweated through this shirt. And once again, be very careful, folks. This humidity, stay hydrated. But the guys are looking good. Gio Paez did return. He was a late returnee to practice, missed a couple practices. And Blake Baker's defense starting to get after people. A lot of tidbits. But I hand the football over to Mike Scarborough on a Monday.
Yeah, look, saw some Garrett Nussmeier there at the end there. Had a batted ball that was caught for an interception by one of the linemen there.
Parashan.
And got everybody excited there. Had some nice pass breaks up again by Jordan Allen. I kind of tend to think that maybe there were some things we saw today that's not so different than we've seen from the last 2 or 3 practices. A lot of running back versus linebackers when we first got in the fence today. That was very interesting. Caden Durham with some nice runs, getting to the corner with room to spare. Really working on getting outside of linebackers and staying in bounds, and also giving those guys cutback room. And it was interesting seeing how those guys, Harold Perkins, of course, with his speed, looked like he was the absolute best on those particular drills. It's, when you see Caleb Jackson and Caden Durham, those 2 true freshmen, we know what Josh Williams can do. To me, it's just a matter of time. And obviously, what Joe Sloan last week is they want to get them all involved, just because you know how much talent that they've got, and the speed and the power, particularly for Caleb Jackson.
I'm as excited as a guy that can eat all you can eat, Manda sausage and Buddha. And when I talk about this offense, Mike, I absolutely love the swing pass to the back, out of the backfield to the running backs. You saw over the weekend, it was everywhere on Twitter and everywhere else. Caleb Jackson lowers his pads, explodes, forces a contact, and you can't tackle number 28. Wait till you see him with the swing pass. Had to get physical after your birthday. Then you got Caden Durham. Beep, 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 beep. He's super fast. Josh Williams, unbelievable, reliable. John Emery tweaked something on Saturday, but he's back, good to go. And now Tyson Edwards, number 23. He's a grad running back. You might see him on the film from Columbia, grad transfer, looking pretty good. Still no Trey Holly. Offensive line, now cross-training Garrett Dellinger, just in case he needs to be the 3rd center. Everybody knows DJ Chester is 1, Cohen Eccles is 2, but in case you have an injury, you can't give it to a true freshman. So whether it's Bordelon, whether it's Mubinga, whether it's Dellinger, you might see another center. And second quarterback today in the reps, we saw A.J. Swan battle with Ricky Collins, and A.J. Swan right now as the backup to Nuss.
Absolutely. If you're enjoying this practice report, again, I'd like to ask you each time, please hit the like button if you're enjoying this, and hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I think we've had like 400 new subscribers since last Monday. Thanks y'all to all of you for hitting that subscribe button, as we've got a lot of content, a lot of good player interviews coming up as well today. 4 players, Nussmeier, Perkins, and who was another one that I was told they were going to have. A lot of really good ones today. So we're finally getting the quarterback on the 3rd day. They're going to be rolling out a lot of players for interviews throughout the week. So we're done with coaches. We get BK again on Wednesday and again on Saturday. So another busy week here on LSU Tigers on Tiger Bait. I'm looking at the tight ends over there today, and I still think Mason Smith is poised to have a really nice breakout year. He had a couple of nice sideline grabs towards the end of practice that I saw, and he's just going to be hard for anybody to cover. And look, when you got Trey Green and Pimpton out there as well, you're going 6'4" to 6'7" across the board. I think the tight end is going to be an integral part of this offense. Whatever the total was last year, I think you probably add a good 30% of receptions to this year, because I think that's going to be a big weapon for Garrett Nussmeier.
Well, you make a great point, because, folks, when you want to have your tight end, you might want him on third down, might want him on short yardage, but when you throw a ball way up there, it's great to have Mason Taylor, Cameron Pimpton, and Trey'Dez Green. Big wingspan, you can throw it high and they can get it. Don't forget Giovanni Peterson, number 45, will be the fourth tight end and probably your blocking tight end. Hey, look, I went through some of the notes and watched and listened to Blake Baker. Want to recap some of the positive vibes that we didn't get to you last week. Harold Perkins is playing lights out. The $64 million question for everybody watching this report right now: how are you going to utilize number 4? Is he going to be around the edge? Is he going to be in the middle? Is he going to intercept the ball? How many sacks? How do you disguise him? How do you make that offense look every freaking snap? Where's 4? And we feel like Blake
and he's
Baker,
a gunner on special teams.
Yeah, and so Blake Baker's sitting there telling you how good Harold Perkins is. Now we go to the other side. 35, Savion Jones, to me, is having the best camp I've ever seen. He is bull rushing. Today he almost beat Will Campbell. Last week he beat Emory Jones. Savion Jones is going to play a lot of football. Gio Pies is back. Jalen Lee getting ones with Jacoby and Gilreath. What do you think Tank is fair for Tank this year?
Yeah, I mean, look, he knows this is a big opportunity for him. Highly talented out of Alexandria, and just kind of been waiting for himself to be the guy. He's got a big opportunity here. You know, typically he's been a role guy, give you a dozen plays a game, 15 plus. But now is he an every down guy? How many plays can he give you? And you know, and also, can he stay healthy through a complete football season? You know, one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing in the first game is, you know, we can say what we see out here, but the first game you're going to see rotations, and they're going to be doing things that we have not seen out here. And I just tend to think when it comes to those interior defensive linemen, there's going to be a heavy rotation because you've got to keep a lot of guys fresh, and I think there's a lot of guys that just the way they're built in their makeup, they're not every down defensive tackles.
One of the things that Blake Baker was asked about was Whit Weeks. Wes Weeks had a great spring. Whit Weeks is having a fantastic fall. You're going to see, thank the good Lord, you're going to see 40 on the field. And today, Mike, I saw him next to Perkins. They had 3-man rush. They had the cheetah package. They have all kinds of odd fronts, different things, where they're blitzing. 12 and 17 are going to have to play. Jair Brown is 17. He's been a corner. They're using him at safety a little bit. J.K. Johnson, 12, going to have to play. Stamps and Sage Ryan, Cy Alexander. I didn't see much work with Javion Toviano right now, so I'm thinking maybe he won't be available. Otherwise, he'd be getting more reps. But on day-to-day basis, if they can get better, but you're not going to worry, and you're not going to be cussing the TV, screaming, Blake Baker, put in Whit Weeks. He's going to play a lot. His brother's playing well. And, oh, by the way, got to give Nurse Court a shout-out. We finally saw Peyton Todd turn a couple of punts over, but when push comes to shove, Blake Oxendorf still much more consistent than Peyton Todd.
All right, Schmolke Investment Team, what is something you can do with your money that would be meaningful to you? Do you feel like you need some guidance to realize those goals? At the Schmolke Investment Team, they have over 50 years experience doing just that. If you want to get serious about reaching your financial potential, give them a call at 318-448-3201. That's 318-448-3201. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisory member, FINRA/SIPC. Nobody does it better. If you're in Central Louisiana, North Louisiana, reach out to the Schmolke Investment Team for your 401ks, your SEPs, any investment needs that you may have. Give them a call. You're going to be in great hands with them. And by the way, Bart hosts a great show on Tiger Talk on Mondays, 4 to 6 today, and I'll be on there 5:40, 5:45 to 6 o'clock. And so tune into that if you're in KZMZ 96.9's listening area.
Incredible experience, incredible integrity, and incredible poise. You're going to love these guys. Give them an opportunity. All right, I'll look back down at my notes. Once again, everybody's asking the question, who's going to return punts and kickoffs? Man, I like the way Xavier Thomas and Aaron Anderson are catching the football right now. New kickoff rule in the NFL, but the the colleges still have the same thing. Mike, we struggle to know how many kickoffs you're going to return because most everybody has a kicker that can kick it into the end zone. But special teams, don't sleep on special teams. USC blocked a punt. Listen to this. Blocked a punt in the last 3 or 4 games of the season. They could be coming after it. So snap will be good with Slade Roy, but you got to have protection. You got to get through special teams that first game. And I know as we get closer, this team going through the grunt work, knock on wood, I don't see any big-time injuries so far, whereas Texas, A&M, and Oklahoma have already lost stars for the year. So
that's big.
Knock on wood, keep this team healthy. You keep us healthy, and you beat USC, you got a hell of a start to 2024.
All right, everybody, hit that like button if you enjoyed anything on the way out.
Just that I did see a good bit of O-line 1 versus D-line 1. Savion Jones, Braden Swinson. We hadn't talked about him enough. He's only been back here a couple days, but he is going to be a force from the edge. You mentioned it, Deshaun Womack, kind of in the background. He's a gamer. So plenty of learning. Today the defense won. That was rah-rah. They were screaming. They were hollering. I think in another week or so, you're going to be very proud about the way they're playing out here at practice. But as Mike said so succinctly as we were getting ready, you got to take what you do on the practice, you got to take it to the field in real time, and it's got to be seamless. You can't have time to think on defense, folks. You better know what you're supposed to do, and that's the question, how far Blake Baker can get his defense and special teams for September 1. You're going to love the offense. We'll tell you more about it tomorrow.
All right, everybody. See y'all tomorrow, and hit that like button, will you? See y'all later. Oh, by the way, Preston and Zach tonight at 8 o'clock, LSU Football Fix. Tune in. They have a great show from 8 to 9 on Monday night. First one was last week. Great views and a great show. And they might even have a special guest tonight that Preston's working on. So tune into that. See y'all tomorrow.